Welcome to episode 192 of the Game Brew Podcast, the bi-weekly video game podcast where we sip delicious bevs and discuss video games. I'm your host.
You're our house?
I'm a house.
It's a brick house.
No, I'm your host, Dan Crunchy Leaves Rots, and I'm joined by Allison Pumpkins Van Devender.
Wow. What's that in reference to?
No, just pumpkins. Oh my god, I didn't mean it like that.
Just normal pumpkins.
Just normal pumpkins. And comfy
That's
sweaters.
how everyone's gonna take it.
Yes.
And then comfy sweaters, Gray Man. Hi, Gray. Oh, you comfy sweaters.
How's it going?
Comfy sweaters. So, you might put some puppies in those sweaters. You could do whatever you want,
I do like me a good sweater puppy.
We are just
Listen. I know we're just a couple of boobs here, but on this episode of the Game Brew Podcast, we asked the question: what game character is the best representation of the fall aesthetic? But first, it's time for some bebs. Chris, what are you drinking? He's not here tonight. But since he's not here tonight, I will say what I'm drinking first because it is Oktoberfest season. So I'm drinking Paulaner Brau Oktoberfest Marzen. And I've got I've got a good stein full of it.
Nice.
Malty and drinkable. Dan chuggability is pretty high. I mean, it's a Oktoberfest season, so that means you just drink drinky beers, drinky beers that don't make you as drunk, but are fun to drink.
drinky beers.
Drinky beers. Drinking.
Okay,
I call them drinking
yeah.
beers. Yeah.
That's a game brewism I've not heard yet.
What, drinky beers?
Drinky beers, yeah.
It's one that I say all the time because I've been recently. I'm kind of over like fancy IPAs and things that are like super hoppy and like it's like, oh, it evokes this and that. I'm like, I just kind of want a beer. I don't want a beer that I can drink, and do some stuff while I'm drinking it. That's about it.
You don't want a hint of the winter's first snow in your beer?
I mean, I guess I'll take that at some point, but right now I just don't want it. Yeah. I give it a very high chuggability. It's very highly chuggable. Happy Oktoberfest, everybody. And drunk responsible. Gray, what are you imbibing this evening?
Well, since unfortunately I still have to work an overnight job.
Boo.
Just pumpkin protein.
Oh, boo.
Pumpkin protein?
Oh yeah, they make all types of flavors now.
Wait, so is it like, hold on, is it like a protein shake or is it like?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So it's like a
powder form with like pumpkin spice flavored.
Oh, so like pumpkin spice. Okay.
Yeah.
So you like the pumpkin spice things? You're a pumpkin spice girly?
I am a basic pumpkin spice girly.
Okay. All right.
I do enjoy the pumpkin and the pumpkin cold brews and all that stuff.
Okay. All right.
I wish I did. I don't know why I don't. I've never
seen Gilmore Girls.
I guess. I've
never seen Gilmore Girls.
That's it. That is the key
You've
thing
never-
missing in my personality. That's made it so I don't like pumpkin spice. I will watch Gilmore Girls and then I'll like pumpkin spice.
You've never been to
Yeah,
Stars Hollow.
probably.
You've never seen. You've never experienced why Dean is the worst of her boyfriends in that show.
Yeah.
Wait, isn't Dean actually Sam Winchester though?
It's-
Isn't that the joke?
Yes. Yeah.
I know that joke.
It's not a joke. His character's name is Dean, and he sucks, and we hate him.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he's the worst one.
Yeah, horrible.
Of all of her boyfriends, worst one. Just sorry, spoilers. He sucks. He's the worst.
Yeah.
It's okay. I think you're allowed to spoil something that's existed for decades.
Yeah, it's true. I think you're right.
Could be. Could be.
Welcome to the Stars Follow podcast, where we watch. Actually, that's an idea I had. is doing a Gilmore Girls watch podcast called Stars Follow, where we just
That's very
Nice.
cute.
And they had a revamp.
Oh, Dan, please don't die on us.
I'm working on it.
But I will say that I did have a pumpkin Southern Tier beer yesterday.
Okay. Yeah. Was it
And
pumpkin?
Yes, and they put caramel over the rim of the glass.
Oh,
with sugar.
It
was pretty good. Very high chuggability, I'd say.
Yeah, that one. I remember pumpkin used to be like the one that you would get during the seas, and like, and it was like cool. Like that was cool, but that was in 2000 and that was like 2012.
Well, it's back.
It's back with a vengeance.
Yes.
Nice. Die Hard 2. Wait, no. Die Hard with a Vengeance. That's the third one. Nice. Great. So, what's the chuggability on how fast would you drink that protein shake, your pumpkin spice monstrosity?
I mean, I could chug it.
But would you is the question.
No, I like to savor it, but like if I was in a rush,
you could chug it.
Like there's nothing preventing me from chugging. Like it's not like if I chug a lot of it, it's gonna taste bad.
Could you eat a whole pumpkin pie in the time it would take?
Yeah,
you
I
to
have.
chug? Okay, nice. All right.
Yes,
good. We actually grew pumpkins in our garden this year. So we had a pretty decent pumpkin harvest. One of them was a little weird, so we cut him open and we turned him into pumpkin stuff to make pies with.
Nice.
But so our whole house smells like pumpkin, like pie right now. It's great. I love it. Yeah. But anyway, that's the end of the pumpkin cast. Allison, my love, what is it that you are imbibing this evening?
Okay, I don't know. So because I was struggling up here. Fee made my drink, and
oh boy,
and he called it swamp water. I just said, make me something, and you can't tell. It's ugly. It's really an ugly like color, and that's why he's calling it swamp water. But he said that it's raspberry gin.
Okay.
Blueberries, Baja Blast lemon juice. I think I've caught it all.
Okay.
Interesting.
Seems very, very citrus forward.
Swamp water is a thing?
I think
is that what this is?
I think so.
Is that really what this is?
I don't know. Hold on. Swamp?
I don't know if it's specifically the ingredients that he's put in them, but
I thought you made it up.
Oh man, there's so many things like swamp water, like tornadoes.
I don't know how I feel. I don't know how I feel. Hold on,
it
let me do it
was
again.
a marketing campaign for green chartreuse. Wait, isn't that
of course?
Wait, isn't green chartreuse? Isn't that an oxymoron?
Baja Blast lemon juice is an interesting combo. I agree.
I mean,
it works because it's like it's already tropical and citrusy.
Yeah, because Baja Blast is lime, so you're just making Sprite at that point. But
I like it. It's bitter because of the gin and the lemon. The blueberries are just adding sourness. They're very sour blueberries. So every time I bite one, it's just like pop of sour.
There's physical. There's physical blueberries.
Yeah.
Well, you
can you see them?
You have a background.
A little bit, yeah.
They're in there. I swear. And if I put it at my face, does that help?
Under the ice.
That's what
under the ice. Yeah.
That's what. Whenever you make jungle juice at a college party, whenever like I was like, it's okay if you don't want to drink, just eat the fruit. It's the same thing. You'll be fine.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then you get wasted off blueberries or pineapples.
Yes.
Or cherries or whatever.
Swamp water is really just mixing whatever you have, and oops, it turned out ugly. There you go. Oops. Okay, well that's accurate. That's what this is.
Oops, it's ugly.
It's really good. It's really refreshing.
Nice.
I would chug this. The bitterness, makes it to where you don't want to chug it quite so much. So I'd give it like 7 falling leaves in a pile.
Okay.
Of checkability.
Okay.
You know, the Allison standard scale.
Yeah.
Of nonsense? Sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's way more than 7 leaves in that pile, so I mean, they can't be great if it's only 7
There's
leaves.
only 10 in this pile.
Oh, that's not a pile. That's just a light smattering of leaves. But at least
a pile can be whatever I want it to be.
Can it? Can it though? Hold on.
By definition,
what is the definition?
Are you looking in the Allison dictionary though?
Well, it says a heap of things later lying on top of one another.
There you go. That's what it is in the Allison dictionary as well. I'm glad you found it.
We must dive further and define heap.
So if the 10 it's true. If it's 10 leaves, they just have to be stacked on top of one another like a leaf tower. And it's a good thing Pip's not here, otherwise she would tell you to chug it. And then you'd just be fun.
It's true. And then I'd be gone again.
Bad like last week.
We're gonna set it down and gently drink it during the podcast.
No, drink it faster. I like Fun Allison. Fun Allison is the best.
No, Fun Allison is the one who pours her own drinks and doesn't use the measuring things that Grace sent me specifically for this reason, and instead just dumps, and it's a bad time for all.
Ragnar says Allison is always right, though, and that canonically, that is correct.
Canonically, you are so correct. Thank you. I would like to say that coffee reminded us last time, and I'm so glad you're bringing that back, Ragnar, because it's important that everyone remember that.
I'm spicy and served hot.
That's another thing that's also canon. So,
yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
We have to remember that.
Bing bong.
Anyway, but great. That's great. That's what we're all drinking. But this is a beer and bevs and video games podcast. So we've been playing video games, I'm sure. I'm going to start with Gray. What have you been playing? What have you been doing? What's been going on?
A little bit of stuff. I've been playing. I was playing Resident Evil 4 remake.
Nice.
Enjoying it very, very much.
So good.
And then also,
who's your favorite from Resident Evil 4? Who's your favorite bad guy?
Bad guy?
Yeah.
That's tough. I mean, does Ada count?
She's not a bad guy. I would say she's
kinda.
She's an antagonist. I wouldn't say Ada Wong's a bad guy because she's just working for Umbrella instead of
She's a mercenary.
Yeah.
I would have to say probably Krauser then. Just because
Jack Krauser, yeah.
Yeah, because the interactions you have with him are so fun, and the way you can cheese him on the first Resident Evil 4 with your knife is just hilarious.
It is good. I do remember because Resident Evil 4 was one of those games that had so many the button mashing cutscene, where it's like a cutscene.
Oh yeah.
You press the buttons, and they were all very high, high risk. So it's like that whole boss battle is just you fighting Krauser with a knife and pressing buttons to try and get him. And they took that out of the fourth one, but
you can still kind of cheese him with the knife, though.
That's true. It's true.
You just have to you can only do it once and then back away. You can't continuously do it you could whenever you hit his legs in the first one.
I do also like the fact that Krauser, you're supposed to kind of just be oh, there's backstory, where it's he shows up and he's like, Krauser, and you're like, who? He's a guy.
Right.
It's who is this guy? Oh, he was my platoon leader. I was like, oh, okay, that makes more sense. And then, but it's he shows up, you're just like, who? Am I supposed to know who this guy is?
Yes, in the first 10 seconds.
Yeah, his connection feels a little forced, I have to say, when he jumps in. But it's just that easy way of getting him to be someone important to you, right?
Yeah,
emotional.
I get why it happened. They didn't want to give him a lot of backstory, but give him a lot of backstory quickly, right? So you very, very quickly know the line that's drawn without having to go too deep. But yeah.
I mean, I think he was also supposed to be what, because throughout the whole game, there's that kind of backstory of Leon's kind of struggling with his his motivations because he wanted to be a cop, and now he's kind of like in the special unit, blah 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 blah. And like I think Krauser was supposed to be his negative image.
Yeah, no,
like they went through the same thing, and but he went to Umbrella, and he went, to protect the world.
Different sides of a coin, kind of idea.
Right.
Yeah, which I like that duality.
Two-Face.
But yeah, I've been playing that. It's a lot of fun. I've also been playing Ocarina of Time on the Switch.
Oh, on the Switch. Nice.
Yes.
Very good. Does the control work on the Switch?
Yeah. I will say the only complaint I've ever had with playing any of the older Zelda games on the Switch is the C buttons.
Yeah.
Because they're not buttons, it's the joystick.
Yeah,
so it's very easy for you to like have to replay the same song over and over again because you keep hitting up instead of side.
Damn, I tried to play the Song of Storms and I played the Song of Strams, and it's different.
Right. It is. The windmill guy doesn't get as mad with the Song of Strums.
That's the Song of Storms for everybody. Or the 3 buttons that you would press to do it first. I always loved the that because of the C buttons, Zelda's Lullaby was like the Triforce. So it's like I always thought that was really cool because it's like do do do, and you're like, oh, that's really cool that they did that. But then it's also a really sweet lullaby. And I like. Do you find with playing Ocarina of Time for probably the millionth time, do you find that is it just like you find yourself just kind of going through it, or do you enjoy it like you did playing it on
I still enjoy it, but it's like different reasons now. Like before it was like, now it's almost like I challenge myself to be efficient.
Got it.
Whenever I go through, like, get all the stuff whenever you're a kid, like as soon as you can, and like kind of go through it like that. So it's just one of those things where I might be going through the motions a little bit, but it's just like soothing.
It's like a GDQ sort of stuff. It's like I want to see how fast I can, how quickly can I get pissed off by the water temple in this?
Maybe we have a topic idea here, but to that point, like, or maybe we've done this. I don't even remember anymore. There are games like that where I could play them over and over and over again and be cool with it and never finish it, maybe like just restart it again.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like my comfort TV shows where it's like, it's the same feeling. It's like, I don't really want to think too much, but I would just kind of want to relive these moments and feel good like I did when I was a kid or whatever, everything that's attached to this mentally, just kind of want to vibe, and I'll play that game again.
Right. I also think it's like there's just enough skill still involved.
Yeah, right.
Like you don't want to think, but you still need that modicum of skill. Like it's probably easy because you've done it a million times, but like you still need to actually participate.
If it's too boring, I wouldn't replay it. I don't know. Maybe there's a topic here. We'll think about it.
We'll think about it. It's all right. We've only done like 200-ish episodes of this podcast. So I mean,
yeah, I really think if we redo them, it would be funnier to not realize we did them, then go back and listen and see if we had the same opinions.
Well, fun fact: I don't know how to listen to the first 60 episodes of the podcast because they're somewhere, and I don't know where they are. They're not on our stream anymore, and I think it's because our hosting thing reset at some point.
I didn't even realize.
Yeah, but that's okay. You don't have to listen to those. We have so many.
Look at that, guys. Now, canonically, the podcast didn't exist before me. There's no record.
Yeah. Oh,
there's no record of it.
I was here from the start.
Odd Summer says Ocarina of Time randomizers are really fun when you want to try a different kind of playthrough. That'd be cool. You'd have to do like things on your computer for that.
Ocarina of Time
I never have trouble with that.
What is that?
Yeah. It's something you can use whenever you have the ROM, where it does like randomized chest items. So it's like you open up a chest that normally would have like some Deku seeds in it, and instead it has the Triforce of Power. Uh, or
That's
Nice.
some
funny.
of the things. Or it like mixes up like what the boss battles are and that kind of stuff. I've seen that with like Dark Souls or Elden Ring, where it's like boss randomizers, where it's like you go up and you're like, oh, it's just this little tiny mini boss, and then it's like Morgoth, and you're like, oh no, oh no.
That's so
Can't do it.
interesting. Yeah, I've
So
never heard of that.
it's very fun. There's a
Cool.
lot of cool stuff on the. You could check it out. There's a lot of stuff on the internet. A lot of streamers do that kind of stuff. So very cool stuff. Very nostalgic. Games from the 2010s, and earlier. Allison, what have you been? I know what you've been playing, but what have you been playing for
Yeah.
everybody else?
Yeah, so I've just been playing Ragnarok. I have found, and this is like very fall vibes for me. When it gets closer to fall, I get very like cozy.
Yeah.
And I find it really difficult to like get out of bed when I game on the weekends. I really want to like be in blankies with it cold outside of the blankies, and then the dog like at my feet and just cozy. So that leaves the Switch or my phone as my options. And right now I'm not feeling any of my Switch games for some reason, which I should. Like I've got a lot of remakes, which is probably what I'll do next. So I've been just playing a lot of Ragnarok from the bed on the laptop or my phone, but mostly my phone. And it's a game that's casual enough that you could do that. Granted, there are some parts where I have to get serious, and that's when I bring out the laptop because I don't want to fail everybody. Because I am healing, and I hold life and death in my hand, I guess. Yeah. So some of the things we do does require that at this point, but yeah, I'm liking it. I'm finding some definite flaws. Like there's for sure classes in this game where it's like they win. And it's so difficult because in games like this, like for me, PvP is important. That's like the competitive part, the only competitive part of the game, other than just like pushing yourself through the content as best you can. But it's really like gear checks on the content. There's not a ton of you can avoid and win. It's more, will this boss hit you once or will it not? So a lot of it is gear checks rather than strategy, although there are some of those fights and I really love those. I think that's fun. Any MMO like boss fights give me strategy, give me things that I can work with my friends and learn and adjust. Like that's what I want. I want to be able to play with friends and be like, okay, now that we've tried this, we know don't stand in the stupid. And the stupid is going to come out at this point, like, oh, at 20%, the boss does this. So we've got to all move to the left. Those kinds of things I really enjoy. I enjoy that challenge. I enjoy working through that with friends. And I wish there was a little more of that. Right now, again, it just feels like a lot of gear check. And then if you're in PvP, if you're a warlock, you win. Period. Like
more like Winlock.
Yeah. Like the mage classes, they're going to win. Like that's the end of it. So that's frustrating to me because there's no real counter for it. And the things that you feel like should counter it, like assassin classes, right? They're nerfing those into the ground, which is like the stupidest play because they were like, oh, this one card that provides sneak is so powerful. We've got to nerf all sneak, which doesn't feel right. Like just nerf the card. I don't know. Some of the choices feel very strange to me. So in that respect, the game is a little frustrating right now for me, but I'm still enjoying it. I'm enjoying playing with friends and doing content. So I'll keep playing it. And yeah, we'll see where it goes, I guess. Soba is joined the game. I think he's like level 30, unless you've changed since I last looked Soba. So if anybody else wants to try it out, we're casual. Granted, I mean, we're doing well. We have Castle, which gives us a mount kind of thing. So if anybody wants to play, feel free to let me know. I'll get you in.
And you can let her know in the Discord at bit.ly/discobrew.
Facts.
Odd Summer says Warlock is OP in every game, I swear. Pretty much.
Facts.
It's DPS. Like, it's Warlock is always like,
Yeah.
I want to do damage, and that's all I'm here for, is casting magic missile as many times as I can. It's like why in D&D, you know, it's always like you have a wizard who's there, and they're just like, and they're just like, I didn't ask how big the room is. I said I cast fireball.
That's the first thing I thought of whenever you mentioned that.
Yeah, and for sure in Ragnarok especially, I haven't played them all. I've played a couple now, and I'm around people who have. Apparently Warlock is always like this. It's not just this game; they get the most love in all the games. But I just think that's lame. I don't know.
Lame ass warlocks.
Yeah,
but very cool, very nice, very tight. I'm playing Silk Song. I have about 49 hours in it right now.
Nice.
I finished it, but I was like, I finished it, and then I was like, I don't think that's where it ends. There has to be something else. And then I went around and I talked to all the NPCs, and then I was like, oh, there's something else I can do. So instead of finishing it, I opened up Act 3 in Silk Song, which is like shit goes down and it's way harder. And so now I'm going through that and like exploring where all of these things it's just so good. Silk Song is so good, you guys. I don't even know. It's hard, but like I've never been it's hard because it's like the enemies are difficult. And like the bosses, you have to really recognize their patterns and stuff. But there's also these really crazy platforming sections that are so hard. I spent probably 2 hours today doing one because I was like, I have to do it. And it's great. It's great. If you haven't played any of the Hollow Knight games, you gotta do it.
I really need to. I don't know why I haven't.
Play Hollow Knight.
Yeah.
Play Hollow
I gotta
Knight
do that.
all the way through. Do all of the things you can, and then go play Silk Song, because the best because the tutorial for Silk Song is Hollow Knight, so you have to play that first.
Got it. Okay.
I did. Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just going to ask. So, because you thought you finished the game, before you found out there was more, what would you have given the game at that point? And then I'm going to come back to when you're done. What you feel
like at that point, it was like a 10 out of 10 already. Now I'm like, oh, it's like a 15 out of 10 because there's so much. But there's like the idea. It's just like it's like you could finish the game, but then they're like, oh no, there's a whole other third act you could do, and there's so much content in it, and like the whole map it's like the equivalent of to me, it's kind of like whenever you would play Castlevania Symphony of the Night, and then you would go through and you would do the whole game. And then someone's like, "Oh, did you know that you can?" There's like a whole other thing you can do where instead you don't kill Dracula at the end, and then it flips the castle upside down, and you're like, "What?" And then you do it again, and then everything's upside down, and it's like a whole other game that you're playing on the thing. It's the same thing where it's like, "Oh my god, there's so much more." There's other bosses. You get to see more character development from NPCs that you've been meeting the whole time, including.
I think that's.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was just going to say, I think that's really wonderful, especially in my issue a lot of times with new games is they feel unfinished and then they get like released content, right? So it's really nice to know that a game felt finished, but then has more content and you didn't have to wait for some update or released content to add that. That's very, very cool in modern gameplay. And hey, all you AAA studios that definitely are listening to us, think about those things. Like we don't need to wait for an update or pay for an expansion to get what feels like a complete game that not only satisfies and is complete, but has that extra factor.
It's taken over my TikTok. Everything is Silk Song content. Also, it was only $20. the game was only $20, and I've got 48 hours of of game time. Pip, you're right. I am a lumberjack, and I'm okay. Pip, I'm actually a little bit more. I'm channeling Luke from Gilmore Girls. I too love Gray's shirt. Yeah, and also Gray. If you haven't noticed, Gray's wearing a pumpkin shirt. Halloween
pumpkin
pumpkins.
grenades.
Yeah, those are nades, man. That's fantastic.
And then Odd Summer says, if you want to check out the randomizer stuff, I can give you the website for it. Not sure if we can post the links. No, don't post it here. You can post it in our Discord, bit.ly/discobrew. Go there and post anything you want. And you can tag Gray in it too. But that, and then also because it's October soon, October is Spooky Games Month. I downloaded Silent Hill F that I'm ready to play. See what that's about.
Seen good things.
I've heard good things about it too. And then I also have a game called Made of Skur, which I haven't played, but it seems like it's sort of like a spooky, first person survival horror-esque thing. I might play that on stream because I think that could be fun to do. But yeah, I love scary games. Hannah was like, can you not play that one where you're like doing autopsies and stuff? I was like, oh, you don't want me to do mortuary assistant this year at all?
Oh, that one is so scary. I only played the demo, but I need to play that full game. It was good. It was creep factor.
It's spooky. It's very spooky. It's also random. There's a lot of random spooky shit, and I was like scared by it. But yes. Anything? Pip said anything? Dan's a lumberjack.
Anything?
I don't know what that anything is for. But that's what we've all been playing. But now, I mean, as you've noticed, Allison's in spooky mode. Gray's in spooky mode.
I'm in spooky mode most of the year.
Well, I was gonna say
this is like my prime season.
It's
I dance in the moonlight and
yes, recharge all those crystals,
bloom.
Yes, Odd Summer, you need to check out the song. But it is fall. It is becoming fall, which means that it's time for us to kind of sit back, put on your flannel, get out all of your Halloween decorations, and then figure out what characters we should be embodying during this time of year. And by that, I mean, it's like, whenever you play a game, you know how sometimes you're playing a game, it was like, oh, yeah, summer. And I think Waka or Tidus from, Final Fantasy X. I'm like, those are very summery characters. But we were trying to think, what are the characters in games that sort of evoke a fall aesthetic, or autumn, so what are some things that you look for in these characters? What do you think? What do you think, Allison? Let's start with you.
Okay, so when I was thinking about this, I really leaned into a lot of like color palette vibes a lot.
That's what I was thinking. That I was trying to go through and be like, do I think like color palette is there, or like mood or environment? But color palette, I like that.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's just because I'm like an artsy person and that's where my brain went first. But I was thinking of Aloy, but also because she's like a gatherer and, like fall leaves and gathering, and there's lots of like pumpkin-y vegetables, and you think of like gathering those things and berries and things like that. And it always leans very fall for me. So Aloy was one that I felt like is just like the queen of autumn in vibes for me.
Okay.
So that was one of my thoughts. And on the same vein, I also went Red X. Or Red 13? Red 13. Yes, thank you.
I was like Red X.
I was like, wait, how many Roman
Red X,
numerals
like,
are after it?
Racer X from Speed Racer.
Some days my brain buffers. This is one of those days. Yes. So Red 13. Because like, couldn't you see Red 13 in a pile of leaves, just having a great time?
Yeah, but then he'd look at you and be like, oh, never mind.
Exactly. Like it's like the secret side, the little puppy.
You don't have time for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you get moody.
When he's in Nanaki mode.
Yeah. So like those were two that jumped out at me mentally first, is just because of again color palette, and I could see them having like a really good time in fall.
Okay. All right, very cool. What about you, Gray? You got a couple that are that speak.
I do have a couple.
Okay.
In hindsight of the comfiness that was spoken of.
Okay. You went
comfy. Well, no, a little bit of both.
A little bit of both. Okay.
A little bit of both. One from left, one from right. I went with Henry from Firewatch.
Okay. Nice. Firewatch,
like the main character
is such a like a fall aesthetic game, and even though Henry is you, like you're Henry, so there's not really like you don't see him, like you never see yourself, but
it's still just a very cozy fall game, unless you know the storyline of death and whatnot. But other than that, very cozy. But other than that, I mean, what better to emphasize, fall than Pumpkin Jack?
Like Jack Skellington?
Jack Skellington?
No, it's a game called Pumpkin Jack.
I'm gonna look this up.
Where you are a pumpkin-headed knight.
What is this game? What?
Pumpkin Jack on Steam. Okay, let's see here. This is from 2020. Is this like a third-person action adventure sort of game?
Yeah, kinda. Yeah.
I've never heard of this ever, but it seems interesting. It gives me like what's the?
Oh yeah, this is very Halloween vibes, fall vibes,
fall Halloween vibes. It gives me what's the? It gives me Darksiders energy.
Okay, I can see that. When I first saw him, I was thinking of what's the worm guy that has the power suit?
Earthworm Jim.
Yes, Earthworm Jim. That's like the first thing I thought of.
I love that. Or Medieval. Have you played Medieval at all?
Yeah, Medieval.
Wait, is it Medieval or I think it's med because evil is like evil.
Yeah.
I forget. Whatever.
I pronounce it Medieval.
I'll have to look up.
There's more emphasis on the evil.
But is it just that Pumpkin Jack is a man with a jack-o'-lantern on his head? Is that really the?
No, just the whole aspect of the game of like the creepy crawlies and like the whole Halloween aspect of it. I really like that about it because it's like fall for me is Halloween until probably about December 3rd.
Okay.
I'm
the same way. I get that fully.
Just even like Thanksgiving, we ignore. We don't talk about that one. But
I don't. I mean, I eat a lot in November, but other than that, I leave up all. I'm one of the people that I'll leave up all the Halloween decorations until I put up the Christmas decorations.
Nice.
So somebody's gonna have to convince me this isn't blatantly ripping off Jack Skellington, and I thought wrong at the beginning, but now I'm looking at a trailer where he's riding on on Santa's sleigh, dropping bombs while something's shooting at him, and it's like a winter maybe expansion to the game. It's just ripping it off now. And I'm very intrigued, and I'm going to look into this more.
Does he sing songs? Does he sing songs? That's really the important part.
I don't know yet. I'll have to let you know. But
does he have a stitched together girlfriend? I don't think so.
We will have to find out because I'm not sure. I'm starting to question things.
Does he tire of his crown? The same old thing. Here's a question. Important question for me. This is an important question. When is the right time to watch The Nightmare Before Christmas? Because I'm always torn. Is it a Halloween? Okay.
Yes. It's everything. I watch it. I personally watch it more towards Christmas, like the in-between time, if you will. I literally pop it in between to shift my mood from one to the other.
Got it.
Because I find it personally to truly be both, so I can't choose.
Okay.
But that, yeah.
And
anyway.
And also, how do we feel about the fact that Jack Skellington is guilty of cultural appropriation?
As a pumpkin or as a skeleton?
No, because he takes a whole. So Jack Skellington goes to Christmas Town. He's there for a day, and then he's like, "This is my personality now. This is it. I'm culturally appropriating all of the Christmas stuff, and I'm forcing everyone else to do it."
I think it's holiday appropriation.
But no, because that's their whole that's where they live.
Yeah, it's their whole existence.
Culture.
It's existential appropriation, if you want to get technical.
Oh my God, Santa Claus! But great.
Well, he gives it back.
He learns he shouldn't have. Okay.
Yeah,
that's the whole message.
See, that's how he's different from Great Britain, is because he stole their culture, but then he gave it back and said Great Britain is like, we still have it in museums. But stole all this culture from all over the place. We never gave it back. But all right, those are good. I'll give you. I went a different. This is interesting because we all went different directions from each other. Because I went from a very sort of fall sad mood. So the first one that I think embodies fall is James Sunderland from Silent Hill 2.
Okay.
Because everything about about him and about the world in which he is kind of sad and dreary and misty and sort of crunchy. You know what I'm saying? Does that make any sense?
Yeah, I'm with you.
So
I get that.
So kind of because this is whenever seasonal affective disorder really starts to kick in, because whenever whenever it gets darker earlier and everybody's kind of like, oh, I'm so tired. And he's got a very sad existence.
Yeah, and spooky vibes, always good.
Sort of spooky, and sort of spooky vibes. A lot of things here. Football games. Football makes people think of fall. Is what Pip is saying here. His kid Pip says, "Sorry, I had a question for my kiddo. He is playing flag football now. I was saying football in response to Dan saying a list of things that make you think of autumn, fall. Yeah, candy corn, trap metal. Okay, great. And then the other one is sort of just in the vibes of it. Is the goose from Untitled Goose Game.
When you think of fall, you think of chaos?
I think of chaos, but I also think of
some of the dark gods.
Just it's just he's he's just a rambunctious goose causing problems. But it's also you're catching up farm stuff. There's leaves, birds are around. It's kind of good. Those are my two main ones. I did think your Stardew Valley guy is one I always think about too. Stardew Valley gives
that one's vibes. Very good. I thought about that one as well.
That's what I was curious about, because there's different games that also go with the seasons.
True.
So it's because Destiny did it. I'm pretty sure Animal Crossing does it to a certain degree. When the season comes around, there's new things you can do based off of the season.
Right.
Yes. like festivals and things like that. I had Isabel on my list.
Nice. Yeah, because
in kind of that vibe, because the game has the harvest season spirit and the community ritual celebration, because fall's like traditions, right?
Yeah, any game that has like that change of season, but there are some, especially like crafting games, really give you sort of that, especially ones like Stardew Valley where the stakes are very low, give you sort of like cozy. Like Allison was saying, it's going to be fall. It's like I don't want to get out of bed. I just want to be under a cozy blanket and like doing, doing menial tasks in a digital farm for a while,
Right.
Earthbound style. Not Earthbound style. The other one. What's the game I'm thinking of? Allison, what game am I thinking of? Not Earthbound.
Harvest Moon.
Harvest Moon. That's what it is.
I got you.
But that. I did also have the entire cast of Life is Strange gives me fall vibes. If you've ever played those games.
Yeah, I would agree.
The entire cast.
I mean, really the whole game and like everybody in it is just like fall in a New England town. It's kind of like what it is. And then there's other lovely shit that happens. But do you guys have any other ones? Any other honorable mentions that you had?
I do, and it's on your list as well. Although you added and vacuum, I have Luigi because out of all of the cast and crew, if you will, he is the most fall of all of them. If I'm thinking about the characters and relating them to seasons and things like that, he is the only one I'm placing in fall.
I put plus vacuum specifically to make sure that it's the Luigi's Mansion Luigi, not just regular ass Luigi.
Because, sure, yeah.
Like, yeah, him being in the haunted mansion is vibes,
It is vibes, yeah, I agree. So that's one that I also thought about. But that was most of my list. I thought about the Stardew Valley. I didn't add him Stardew Valley guy because I was like, I'll just do Isabel. Close to the same idea, except not you, my character.
Not you, my character. Okay, all right. So, great. What about you, Gray? Any other honorable mentions?
I mean, I'd say when I think of fall, I just think of horror. So there's like a ton of.
Think of what?
Horror.
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 Yeah, I almost added a bunch of horror things as well, and then I tried to pivot into something else because I was like, I felt like that was just what everybody would expect me to say.
I mean, that's
a big thing for me.
I love horror games. I don't like horror movies. I like some horror content, but I will say horror. See, but that's what I was. People kept saying horror. I'm like, horror. I love horror games. But I think that horror games don't give you fall vibes. They give me Halloween vibes. They give me spooky vibes, but they don't give me they don't get like that's not it's like a small section of fall. I'm thinking like overall fall. That's like
that's not how I think of fall though.
Yeah. You think of fall. I'm kind of with Gray.
Fall is horror fires. Like
horror fires.
Horror fires.
God. What are these?
But
what are these
after the horror fires, like normal fires, and with s'mores, like a s'more orgy.
A s'morgy
after the horror fire.
A s'morgy.
A s'morgy, yes. But that is comforting to me.
Okay. All right.
Like I fall asleep to Nuke's Top 5.
To what?
Scary videos. Nuke's Top 5 scary videos.
Okay. I got it.
So it's like horror is comforting to me in some strange way.
Okay.
Yeah, same. And it's funny to me because fall is like an amplification of the person I already am. It's just more socially acceptable to be is the best way I can put it. Yes, I do have two coins on my personality that are very flipped. One of them is very like rainbow pastel, girly pop fun. I don't know. And then there's this version that you're seeing on camera, right? Where it's like, goth girl extreme. So I am both of those things, but this one like speaks to my soul, I think, a little more. Yeah, I mean, Enid and Wednesday, just in one person.
From that, very, very lollipop chainsaw vibes. Speaking from video game characters.
Yeah, so it's like this is the person I am regularly, but I don't really go out in public like this, if you will. I go out like this to concerts or to parties with friends who I know are going to be cool with it, if you will. But during this time of year, like I get to pull out things like my sweater I wear at home all the time is Halloween Town.
Nice.
And so it's got the pumpkins all over it and everything like that. I wear that to work all the time. No one notices. The second I wear it and it's immediately fall, they're like, oh, that's so cool. I love that. Where'd you get it? And any other time, no one pays attention to it, right? I'm wearing it all year because I love this all year. But it's like that kind of idea of the second it's fall, it's also spooky season for me because that's when this part of my personality becomes okay with everyone and they suddenly notice it in a positive way.
Hey, my wife always likes to point out the fact that I wear jeans all the time, and because I just love wearing jeans. It's my comfort pant. Some people it's like shorts. Some people it's like running shorts, that kind of stuff.
Black leggings.
Yeah. But it's like for me, it's like jeans. Like if there was I would love to live in a temperate climate where I could wear jeans and flannels all the time. I just want to be a woods person, That's really what a woods person, just some person out here, not necessarily, a woodsman. I don't want to cut down trees, but I just want to exist in a place where I'm like, I can wear my flannel all the time and no one will look at me funny. And, gives me very like hot coffee in the mornings because I like an iced I like an iced coffee, but there's something about just having a mug of hot coffee. Move to
Dan just wants to be Luke.
I do want to be Luke. I'll own a diner. That's our fallback plan. If we ever win the lottery, we're gonna quit our jobs and we're gonna open up a small bookstore / cafe / speakeasy. So it's like it'll be a bookstore and then a cafe during the day, so you could get coffee and stuff like that while you read books. But then at night we switch it over and it becomes a speakeasy. So
my plan has always been a bakery gaming cafe. That will be my plan if I make it wealthy.
Gaming cafe, like
I have a bakery because I've always wanted to have a bakery, but there will be like a tabletop and gaming.
Oh,
like a gaming store.
Got it.
If you will.
Got it. I was thinking like you would have computers and stuff there.
Oh, I mean, maybe I'd have a couple if it was needed in the area, but mostly it's going to be like not LAN. It's going to be more like a cozy game store. I've always wanted a game store. Neither of those those ideas are terribly profitable, which is why I'd have to be independently wealthy before I did it. It would be a passion project.
Pip says, you and me, move to Austin, let's do it. You and me, vampire goth vibes with games and baked goods.
Be so good, Carrie. So good. It would probably thrive there, actually. There we go. Austin's the place for that.
I don't know anymore. Austin's, but I won't. I live in Pennsylvania. It's whatever. We got trees, we got rocks, we got squirrels. We'll bless them all
those
get
things.
naked. So I mean, I guess we originally said we were going to like see whose was best, but I really think all of our picks were good in different ways. Would you agree,
like a
Allison?
niche.
Gray?
Yeah.
Well, of course they are. Yeah, I just was going to pit them against each other for funsies, but they're all very good. I don't know even how we would judge it. I was gonna give an elevator pitch about each of mine, but.
True, but I mean, we're getting close on time, which is also why I was.
Yes.
But I would love to open it up to all of the people in our chat to see if they have any characters in video games that they think would give them like fall vibes.
Yeah, what is your number one character that gives you fall vibes? And if it's one of ours, bonus points if it's mine. Just let us know that too. And if you're listening to this later, feel free to let us know in Discord as well. Because I just want to hear what everybody else was thinking. Because obviously we gave our opinions of why we thought the things we thought, but I want to know what everyone thinks.
Bonus points for Allison's. Boner points for mine.
Gross. I'm never picking yours.
Shock Jock, welcome to Dan in the Morning. Yeah.
I'm spicy and served hot.
That's right.
We all like MILFs.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we all like MILFs.
Hell yeah.
We start with pumpkins and end with this. Thanks, Dad.
You're welcome. You're welcome. No, but for real, if you're in our chat, please let us know what you think. Your fall video game guy would be. I will say, while we're waiting for people to put that in there, I'll just say another one I had on my list was Alan Wake from the Alan Wake games. Sort of like, because sleepy New England town, spooky vibes. It's always misty and like sort of like rainy and overcast.
Yeah, it's true. I thought about Myst. I've talked about that before the game. And was thinking kind of the same thing. Because it's like cozy books all the time. And so like mystery and misty island area. I don't know. It doesn't give me like a tropical island you want to go to in the summer. It gives me like I'm stuck here in the fall.
If there's any like season I'd want to be stuck in a place, it would be fall. Like I couldn't say I'd want to be like summer, no. Winter, no. Fall, yes. Spring, maybe. My allergies would be pretty bad. But fall I think is way better.
Yeah. And so that game gave me that vibe just because, again, comfy, booky game that I like to play in that kind of environment anyway. But I didn't have a character to like tag that to, right? Like the main character, I guess. But
no, the main character is like the not shitty brother. You know?
Yeah.
That's who you are in Myst. If you haven't played the Myst games at all,
spoilers are not again.
It's some
decades.
It's some deep ass lore. Basically, your dad has books, like you and your brother exist, and your dad has a bunch of books that take you to different worlds. But your brother is shitty, and you are not, and you're trying to like save your dad from your brother.
That game, like the lore of that game, I don't know. Seriously, if you've never played Myst, it is so
deep.
Good.
It's deep. Well, yeah.
If you like story games, if you like story games.
Yeah, but that's from like
when it
was on Apple computers, so that's like back in the day. Odd Summer says Shadow the Hedgehog is definitely fall vibes.
Interesting. Why Shadow? Just because he's red? Yeah.
Red and black. I mean,
dark.
I guess that would do it. He's dark. He's edgy.
He's very edgy.
He's Keanu Reeves. If you've seen the new one.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And Keanu Reeves is definitely fall vibes.
Soma says, I remember playing Myst when I was 13 and I'm 41 now. Yeah, I was young playing Myst, actually.
Dude.
I felt like I played it when it came out, but you're making me question it. I wouldn't have been that young then. I must have played it. Well, I guess the thing is, like, I usually got games when I was young, way after we were poor. I got games way after they were actually released, but I had no idea because I grabbed them at like a yard sale or something and thought it was new. So I don't even know.
So, I mean, that came out on Apple computers, which was like, and it was like.
But I got it on Windows.
Yeah.
I know. So I don't know if that was like a re-release or what it was, but I remember getting it on Windows. And I thought I got it new, but I actually might have gotten it from a yard sale.
1993 is when it was released.
Yeah, I was young. There's no way I was doing that because there's too much reading. So no, I played it much later than that.
All right. Odd Summer _ says, I feel like he would fit in a dark game if he wasn't introduced in Sonic Adventure 2. I don't know. Sonic Adventure 2 is pretty dark, my man. Like, I love
for a Sonic game. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Riding around in the speed of sound. Gotta follow my rainbow.
Electric Maestro said, Mastro? There's no E.
Electric Maestro.
Thank you. Keanu Reeves from Bill and Ted reminds me of summer then fall, honestly.
I mean, also true. Very true.
Yeah.
Let's see. The whole of Sonic Universe could real dark tomorrow. Well, there was a Shadow the Hedgehog game where he had like guns that he used. Hold on, I'm looking it up right now. Game, because it was like a third-person action game. He would like shoot,
so I was like a baby. I really thought that I played that upon like release, but no, I didn't. I was baby. I could not play.
I was baby.
I played Myst when I was 3.
I was reading. I did read early, but not that early, guys. I did not play that. I thought I did. Yeah. This is changing my perception, and I usually know game dates really well. So,
Sonic Adventure 2 was the one with the chows, and Pumpkin Hill was an awesome level. Also, I like that. What was the bat character?
The Vera or whatever
with the huge knockers.
Yes.
Wow. Anyway, pumpkins again.
The great pumpkins.
What's her name? Rouge the Bat.
Rouge.
Listen, I know I was a kid. I was just like, look at those knockers on
that. That didn't hit me about games until much later for me.
Well, they knew what they were doing with that character.
Soma says you laugh, but I was already addicted to PC games when I was 4. No, I was addicted to games, but mine were Super Nintendo. And I didn't really know what I was doing, but I had a controller in my hand and I saw my dad play and I knew he was having fun and I pretended I was playing. So I get that. I was also addicted to games very young, but I wasn't competently playing a game like Myst. That game requires too much at that age. I was the only kid in preschool that could even use the computer. You know, me too, I think. Maybe not at that point.
Pip says they started on Pong, which, I mean, okay, brag much.
Right?
We get
Pong
it.
is great.
We get it. You're old. Wow.
She's not old. She's lying.
You're not that old, you butthead.
No, I had an Atari too. Like I said, I had kind of like the classic consoles because we couldn't afford the new ones. So I thought I was playing new stuff. I was playing Pong and all these games that I didn't realize weren't.
Well, that is also the thing. Like back when we were kids, we didn't have like the internet to tell us that the Atari wasn't the latest video game.
Yeah, I remember. I remember when I finally got the concept that I did not have the newest thing. And it was when the PlayStation came out. The year of the PlayStation and the Sega Saturn release, that was the year I realized I was behind. And I was like, desperately, this would make my life if I got it, to my dad. Because he always gives me one big gift. And I was like, this is all I want, Dad. Get me nothing else. Because he only gets me one thing. And so he would buy the expensive thing because he had some money. And so, like, that's what I wanted. And he went and he asked them, because I didn't know. I just knew I didn't have the newest thing. He went and he asked the sales associate, hey, will the Sega Saturn or the PlayStation be the next big one? And the guy said, oh, absolutely the Sega Saturn. It's leaps and bounds graphically above. He wasn't wrong, though.
He wasn't wrong. Sega just really dropped the ball on that one, you know?
They did. But so he got me the Sega Saturn. And the next year he got me the PlayStation because all my friends, after that, you know, there was a year and all my friends had PlayStations and I had the Sega Saturn, so we couldn't talk about games. So he ended up getting me the PlayStation.
You had Sega Saturn, so you could play Sonic. You could play Bugsy the Cat. You could play Earthworm Jim.
Pandemonium was really fun.
Was great. Bomberman, I think.
Yeah, and Double Switch.
Double
Switch was so good. Nobody knew that game. Like I said, no one I knew had a Sega Saturn, so I could talk to no one. And again, the internet didn't exist, so I couldn't connect with anyone who knew what I was talking about. So I felt very left out, although I was enjoying my games for me.
Soba just unlocked a primal memory. The Daytona.
Oh my gosh, my dad loved that game. It was the whole reason he was stoked about the Sega. Like Daytona games, still to this day in an arcade, if that is there and I hear that Daytona, I'm like, oh, this is like and I go to it. And I don't like racing games. Like, yeah. Anyway, sorry guys, I tangented us.
We tangented for a while here. We started with, I think I don't know. Pip says she loves Mega Man. Kid Icarus was really good. And then they talked about coding for a while, I guess. But
hey, that's what we do here. We unlock core memories together and discuss them and are completely off topic, but we have a good time. So enjoy the last 15 minutes of this podcast. That had nothing to do with anything.
So wonderfully so. So those are all of our fall aesthetic games this year. Pip says, "Oh yeah, fall games." If you are listening, and I have remembered to post the podcast this week, then you can go to our Discord, bit.ly/discobrew. That's bit.ly/DISCOBREW. And you can go in there and in episode discussion tell us what games or characters give you fall vibes. You know, who you looking to embody this fall season. And of course, you can browse all the pictures we've done, submit any topics, tell us in blah, 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 if you finished any games that are particularly important to you.
Go to Brew Crew Pictures. Right now there's me as a taco unicorn from 2017 because I felt that was needed to share with everyone.
Taco corn? Yeah. Or Unico?
At that point, I was just like, this is Deadpool vibes, and I just put it on. So I didn't have a plan.
This is a serious question. Is it taco corn or Unaco?
It'd definitely be a taco corn to me.
A taco corn? Okay.
Depends on region.
Well, see, if it was like a cat with a unicorn horn and I was a taco with a unicorn head, I would say catacorn. So it's definitely unicorn to me. Okay. Or taco corn. Dang it.
Taco corn. Got it. Okay. Got it. Because adding corn to it means it has a horn, right?
Yes, in my head.
Yes.
Okay.
Horn.
And Allison is always right, so there we go.
True. Also true. So check that out. Does anyone have anything to plug? Allison, do you have anything that you wanted to plug at all?
I do. I would love to plug that Triforce Quartet is going to have a album release party online.
Nice.
Yes, and I'm trying to pull up a calendar so I can tell you the date.
Friends of the podcast.
Yes, Friends of the podcast. So the 3rd, so Friday, is when that will be.
Nice.
If you're listening to this on record, whoops, you missed it.
You missed it.
If not, it is linked on their Bandcamp. That's where they're going to have it. They're going to talk through some kind of behind the scenes stuff. If you don't know about their new album, please go listen to it. It is a lot of mashup work with other amazing musicians to do some great combination songs together. And again, available on Bandcamp and lots of other places. But they are going to do that. They have a Discord. I'm not going to say it because it doesn't have an easy to say link, but I'll post it in our Discord for you guys to have. Please go to ours so you can find that. It also links to everything that they're going to do on the 3rd. And I'll be there so we can hang out. They're going to talk about different stuff with how they came up with the songs and work together and collabed. So it'll be a really good time.
Right. And you can go there by triforcequartet.bandcamp.com. And then, you could sign up to have the listening party. Their new album is called Dangerous to Go Alone.
Nice.
And there's a lot of really cool stuff on there. They are friends of the podcast, but also they are a phenomenal string quartet. Like phenomenal. Like it's hard for me to be like objective sometimes, but they are so good. I listen to their music all the time.
Yeah. If you guys haven't ever been to MagFest, they're often playing, although last year they weren't permitted. Hoping this year that we get to see them there, but they haven't released all the bands that are going to play, so we're not sure yet. But MagFest is great. Feel free to come. If they don't play, somebody else will. That's amazing. The Steven Universe creators playing. I'm stoked on that.
That's so cool.
Awesome. So yeah, really, really amazing folks, and their music is great. So
nice. I love on their album that they have a female protagonist suite, which is awesome. It's so cool.
So cool. It's close to my heart. We all know that.
Awesome. Great. Do you have anything to plug?
Yes. If someone is interested, i.e., someone like you two beautiful people,
who are you talking to?
I'm trying to come down and whittle down the final things for the Noir campaign.
I am interested.
I'm always
that
interested.
I want to stream.
I'm always interested.
I'll reach out to you guys, and
you better.
We can get. We're going with 5e.
Okay, 5e, but it's noir, like 1920s.
Yeah.
Like she walked into the room, and the only thing I saw was the legs going from the floor to the ceiling.
Well, more like, I was sitting there in the dark. I had 7 shots in me. 5 bourbon, 2 lead.
2 lead.
I can't wait. I'm so stoked. Let me know so I can build a character, get an outfit, wear it to your stream. I'm so in.
Yes, he is.
I'm down.
So,
I want to be the friendly bartender.
We'll see.
Hey, what's bothering you?
But I think I'm trying to get like 3 to 5 people.
That's a good number.
Yeah, I feel it's a solid number for a one shot and getting all the pieces together. But I reach out to everybody whenever I have more solid parameters for your character.
Hey, you know what they say? I'll give you some parameters. Nice. I'm into it. I love TTRPGs, and I especially love TTRPGs when I don't have to do all the planning. So that's also good. Let's see. I'm gonna, before I do any plugs for me, I'm gonna read some stuff we got here. Odd Summer so bad. I had a Clockwork Night game that gave me nightmares as a kid because the game was over screen. I love Die Hard Arcade, Soba says. I think I sucked really bad at games back then. Adding corn to it makes it delicious. A soba, I don't know what that means.
Unicorn, catacorn, adding corn means it has a horn. Also means it's delicious.
Pip says you need to plug when you're playing Kill It With Fire, Allison.
It just never happened. No, I'm kidding. See. I'll do it.
Soba says, meow, see, meow. My last day at my job is Tuesday. Maybe I can play some. Ha ha ha. Well, that'd be good. You'll have plenty of free time, I'm sure.
Congratulations. I don't know.
25 years later, and I just die slower. XD. That's the happy face. All right. Plugs for me. Obviously, I'm going to plug the podcast. All the things you can do. You can look for all of our stuff at the Game Brew podcast on all the podcast listening devices of your preference. Whether it's your phone, whether it's a computer, you can go to YouTube. You can go to our website, thegamebrew.com. You can also, just search for us on anything. You'll be able to find it. You could go to our Discord, as I've said before, bit.ly/discobrew, DASCOBREW. Lots of really cool stuff there for you to browse through, add to. There's a creative corner. We've got deals and free stuff we post in there all the time. So if there's ever like something that anyone notices is free or cheap, we can post it there. And you get to meet lots of cool people like us. I mean, I'm not saying we're cool. We're like, okay. But, you know.
Dan, I've never been cool in my life. Let me have this moment.
Okay, you can meet cool people like Allison. Look at her. Look at her. And her puppies. The dogs that she has. Not, you know. But
the sweater ones.
No. I did put, Sebastian has I have a dog. Raise your hand if you have a dog. Yay, everybody wins. Sebastian has a Jalen Hurts jersey that we put on him every time the Eagles are playing. And so he's a little jersey puppy. He gets to wear that, and he hates it, but I put it on him anyway. It's great. He's so polite on his walks whenever he has to wear that jersey. It's so great. Yeah, that's about it. I mean, I haven't streamed for a while on my personal streams, just because work's been a little crazy. But during October, I'm gonna play some spooky games, so maybe you'll see us play some spooky games there. I'll post some things in the Discord if you want to see either me. Maybe we'll get some Game Brew people together. We'll play some like Dead by Daylight or something, just to have like some spooky times or some other spooky games.
Spooky game season is always the time I come back to stream, so it's just gotta happen. Carrie's right. It's gotta happen.
Your pumpkins are hot, Gray.
It's true. Pumpkin grenades.
Out. They're out. But okay, and with that, we're gonna end the podcast by saying what we always say whenever we end the podcast, which is by saying good night.
Good night,
everybody.